Danny, welcome to Doncaster Rovers. What's your reaction, first of all, to being the club's new head coach?
I think the initial feeling's excitement. Really looking forward to the challenge, appreciate the opportunity, and looking forward to meeting the players and the rest of the staff and getting to work.
How's this one come about then, from your perspective?
A bit of a whirlwind really, so left my previous club and been out of work for just over a month now, and then got the call from the sporting director, James Coppinger, and things moved really swiftly to get to this stage.
What was it like for you? Because of course you were in the building at Huddersfield and then you got the head coach role there. What was it like then coming here and obviously having the interview and then being told you were successful? A whole new feeling, I suppose.
Yeah, like I said, it's just gone really quickly. I think I had some fantastic 3 years at Huddersfield as a coach and previously as a player. So great memories there which have helped me develop and grow in my journey. But now this is a new challenge, a really exciting one, and one I'm ready to give my all to make it a success.
What has that spell there, particularly as first team head coach, done for you in terms of your experience and how can it benefit you then moving here?
I'm very, very big on reflection. So when I left the club, I disconnected for a week or so and then really spent a good week really reflecting. So what went well and why, what can I improve and how can I improve it, and always looking at myself first before anything else. And I think for an experience point of view and a learning curve, it was massive, and I think there were some really good things that were going off in my time there as head coach. Definitely certain things I can improve on, which I'm looking to implement here at Doncaster Rovers.
And what made this job sort of leap out to you? What made it the one that you thought, that's the one for me?
I think a standout factor is I'm a Doncaster lad. I'm from this area, so I know the place very well. I know the supporters. I know what the ambitions of the club are. I have connections here with people who are already in positions at the club, so it seemed a really good fit and one I think can work.
Does that make it even more special for yourself, your family, your friends, that a Doncaster lad becoming head coach? It doesn't happen very often.
No, I think I'm a big believer in things happen for a reason sometimes, and obviously the way I left my previous club was difficult to deal with initially. It always is, but then when this opportunity came up, it was like, okay, right, this might be what's meant to be in my journey. So really looking forward to the opportunity.
What would you say is your coaching style then? How do you sort of go about your business on a day-to-day basis?
I'm very clear on my messages. I think I communicate very well. I'm very, very clear in the way I want to play football and the way I want it to be seen by the supporters and by the football club. And I think players buy into that. When they have real clarity, they can buy into what their role is, what their responsibility is. And I think as a coach, that's something in my skill set.
It's a group that is short on confidence a little bit at the moment. After a decent start to the season, they've hit a bit of a sticky spot of late. Do you feel that those messages are going to be crucial in getting the team back to where they need to be?
Yeah, I think so. I think one of the core principles of playing football is always you're starting with the foundations, and that belief, that confidence, sometimes that can't be easy to build as a player, and I'm speaking from experience here. But when players understand sort of the environment we're wanting to develop and grow and create psychological safety, and pretty much eradicate fear, because when you play with that, it does limit your potential. So that'll be something we're looking to instill.
As well as understanding what the players want. You mentioned off camera that you'd spent many a time on the terrace at Bellevue behind you. Does that help you understand what the fans want from this football club as well?
Yeah, I think so. I was a regular visitor to Bellevue watching the football games many moons ago. I'm a Doncaster person, so I understand the people, and I know what they want to see.
How excited are you to meet the players then on Thursday morning? The fact that you can get to work quickly, there's a game coming up in a couple of days, it's there for you, isn't it, to sort of whet your appetite a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. I'll be starting tomorrow morning, so I'll be introduced to the players and meet them, and then we'll get straight to work preparing for the game. The most important thing is the Saturday, Crewe away, so we'll be doing everything to prepare the game. The messages will be very clear. We won't be looking to get from there to where we want to be in a couple of days, but we'll start putting things in place to make us first and foremost competitive, and then ultimately trying to win the football game.
Is that one of the biggest words for you, that process, making sure that you've got the buy-in from the players and that success will follow off the back of that if they come with you?
Yeah, definitely. I'm very process driven, and if we get the processes right and we create that right environment and we have a strategy in place to try and get to the vision what the club's after, then I think the results are a byproduct of that process.
I'm sure you'll have been watching from afar over the past few weeks and months, and the fact the team are currently 12th, just 3 points off the playoffs, so there's plenty there, isn't there, still to go at?
Yeah, 100%. I think being that close to the playoffs, it's always a bit of a carrot to try and focus on, to try and win those games and climb up the table as soon as possible.
You looking forward to Saturday, 3 o'clock at Crewe?
Yeah, it's been a part of my life for a long time, particularly as a player, and then when you move out of it and coach in the academy, it's fantastic, and I think that's the way a coach's journey should be. You coach in the younger age groups and progress if that's what you want, if that's what your ambition is, but to actually be involved in a team on a Saturday at 3 o'clock kickoff and needing to win, doing everything, fighting to win a football game, gives me a real buzz.
Is that what the fans can expect from a Danny Schofield team then? A team that fights until the end, win, lose or draw, then there's nothing left out on that pitch come the end of it?
I think it's a non-negotiable for every coach. Non-negotiables of football, whatever your style of play, whatever your philosophy or identity, however you want to term it, I think there's fundamental things that football demands, and that's certainly one of them.